Viva Las Vegas, or what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, or Milt, don't get in that taxi with that woman. All things I've heard, and this is FSB Racing Live, and we're in happy hour. Las Vegas Revamp 2011. Live broadcasting here Wednesday nights and Friday nights at FSB Racing. I'm here with my cohort in crime, the great Greg Bernardo. What's up, Greg?
Hey, Milty. Glad to be here. Really looking forward to this race. Huge field, 20-plus pros here came out to roll the dice here at Vegas, and I'm looking forward to it. And as you can see on our broadcast, Milty, you may have noticed something scrolling there at the bottom.
The new FSB NRT, thanks to the guys at NRT for working out this. Now we have a live ticker on the bottom of the screen there. Just awesome. Giving you the action every way we can, and for no expense. We're in the millions of pennies here at FSB Racing. That's cool.
Oh, yeah, and I believe I've even seen a helicopter flying around out of there on the track tonight.
Yeah, NRT is just really picked us up here this year, and we switched over to their servers, and we've got no complaints and great tech support, and NRT is the place to be.
And as you can see, Milty, we only got about 10 seconds left in happy hour. So let's bring up the qualifying times here real quick.
Michael Sanders, the owner-operator of Sin City Racing, the hometown team, is on the pole. How about that? Mike, great guy, sponsors a lot of events. Got a nice fat trophy here from Long Beach. They really did it up neat too. And Michael's the man, and he's on pole.
Yeah, that's a really, I'm sure he's feeling a mile high right now getting this pole against this tough field. No surprise in second, Sean Johnson outside pole. Derby Don taking the third spot there. Mark DeSenza, Robert Bokum, the usual suspects. Matt Watkins electing not to qualify, Milton. He'll start shotgun on the field.
Yeah, Rick Johnson, too. The drivers are really talking about how loose the cars are, especially on the start here, and a lot of melees in practice as guys were testing the limits of these pro setups.
Drivers, to your cars.
106 laps.
Yeah, Milty.
Get some.
Yeah, there's it's not a short race, and like you said, there's a lot of setup is loose at the beginning. Guys are going to have to be very mindful of that. And there we see the 191 car, Mike Sanders. That's a sharp-looking ride there. The Rio car, very appropriate for Vegas. Rio sponsorship.
Yeah, and they are Sin City Motorsports. Get it?
Yeah, this is a home race for Mike Sanders, and he's done his part so far with the pole. There's outside pole, Sean Johnson in the Swift Transportation ride.
Well, let's make our picks.
Yeah, who do you like? Do you like Mike Sanders to upset the field, Milt?
I'm gonna go with Mike Sanders. What the hell? The 191, Sin City at home, family in the stands. Let's do this.
That's a good pick. I'm going to go with the 6 car, Mark DeSenza. I was watching him in practice. I like what I saw. And there we see as we go through the field here, the 69 Doug Tevick, one of your teammates there, Milty.
Yeah, qualified
and
up there and looking good.
He's followed out there by Pops Marguson in the 99 ride. There's the owner-operator, Bokum Motorsports, Robert Bokum. Of course, a threat to win any race he enters. 47 to Josh Elliker. I know you were remarking about him. He's a fast driver, Milt. He only knows one speed, and that's go.
Yeah, he had some. He was doing some twitching there in practice with his connection. We'll see if that settles down.
You see the Scott Tracy, Michael Scott in the 46 Reds Apple Ale ride. The Grey Goose of T-Roy. The Zine Studios car, 22 Ryan Tracy. SCX Digital, Guy Petra. There's 73 Beeline Sim, Kenny Paul. A little further back, 51 of Dave Jandry, who I'm missing paint for, I see.
They're ready to go green here.
There's 88 of Joe Cutt bringing up the rear of the field, as is, like we said, Milt bringing up shotgun on the field. The zombie Plants versus Zombies, number 2 of Matt Watkins.
And they're off and running.
And we go back to the front of the field for the green flag start here.
I think you're a little behind there. They are going right now.
Yes, they are, and I got it here. And Mike Sanders taking the early lead here as they get into the turns, and Sean's gone right with them, but they've separated from 3rd and 4th right now.
Well, what Michael Sanders needs to do here is transfer that qualifying time into some long runs here. Got to figure you're going to get one here eventually, but right now all the cars really sorting out well, and Sean Johnson's all over him.
Yeah, and this is the way Sean races. I think he when he has the faster car, he wants to get out front because he knows that's where his car will operate the best. And there you see him head down onto the apron there as he tries to get around Mike Sanders.
Well, I was worried about that start too, because since they've changed Las Vegas and put more banking, which we also changed too. Of course, we do run the old configuration too in some of our series, but you guys really handled that banking on the straightaway well and not getting tire spin and just getting going and going racing.
It's not easy, as Sean does complete the pass there on the 191, and the 6 of Mark DeSenza comes roaring up to join the party here early. And also the 49 of Derby Don there, Milt. Right there. Top 4 separated themselves.
He has just become the master cookie cutter driver, but also, really a force to be reckoned with anywhere. Road course, super speedway.
Yeah, and there's no out of bounds there on that front stretch, right, Milty? So you see these guys getting down on the apron as they cross the start-finish line. That's fair game in this track.
Yeah, only if you see a double line there like Daytona, Talladega, then it's out of bounds. But even the grass is, like Darrell Waltrip said in the Fox broadcast this weekend at this track, which, by the way, we do mirror the NASCAR schedule as much as possible. And Derby Dawn scrapes the wall.
Yeah, it looks like the yellow is out, Milt. Not sure. Don't think that was the cause of the yellow, but
no, he just gave it a little love tap there. See, and we got the 53 of TG Reese, a lot of smoke there and getting going.
Oh, as TG
and boy, talking about the grass there, he took a ride in the grass.
Yeah, he did. As TG took the caution, he got a little out of shape there, but he corrected it quickly. But it does not look like he was the cause of the caution, Milt. The caution was already out.
Oh, right through the cone there. Good thing that thing is digital. Could be Ken Ron in the 303. Let's take a look. He's last currently, so I'll take a look there and see if I see something happen there.
Yeah, and as we saw some early green flag stops here, the guys that did not stop.
And oh boy, okay, there. Let's see here. Ken Ron looked like he got a little loose, and Josh Elliker got in the back of him, and around he goes. 3 or 4 spins, no contact there, so he'll be able to continue and get. He'll need 4 tires and a little left tap from the 47.
And you see the 303 was able to stay on the lead lap though, Milty, and the 46.
The other drivers behind took good caution there.
Yeah, and it looks like during that caution, Milt, a lot of guys elected to pit, but the 18, the 42, the 88, and the 15 all elected to stay out. And now Robert Bokum makes a late dive in, and he'll give up his first position for a deep in the pack position now. What do you think of that idea of Robert Bokum staying out the lead a lap to get that bonus point?
Boy, hard to question anything he does because what he does is win. But I don't know if I'd want to get in the back of the pack just because of how much harder you have to fight because of cars getting in line. The no passing rule to the back straight, and just the farther back, it's like an accordion, and you're at the end of it.
Yeah, that's an interesting move there by Robert early in the race. 42 has elected to stay out along with Matt Watkins, the only 2 cars to stay out now. And Tracy is the 42. Scott Tracy, I believe, right, Milt?
Yeah.
Help me out here, Milt. Yeah, Scott Tracy.
Scott is Papa, and Ryan is son.
Yeah, and so he's leading some laps for one of the first times he's been up here leading some laps in the Mountain Dew throwback ride.
Really close proximity with the 17 and the 19, but no contact, and pro drivers, they handled the out of your stall deal, I mean, you watch the real guys do that. Watch Jimmy Johnson and Chad the other day. That was so funny. He was like, go, stop, go. Sorry, man.
Yeah. By the time you have to say something to a guy, he's already into him. So it happens so quick. Just like wrecking, by the time a spotter sees a wreck and says, "Hey, stay low," you're already in it sometimes. But
PG going back in the pits, probably get more service and top off and
it doesn't hurt it doesn't hurt to keep the fuel topped up. If he already got his tire service, just get a quick top up and be back out. If you're already in the rear of the field, no big deal. That's a smart move.
Splash and go.
Smart move by TG. If it does go green, he'll have a little more fuel to maybe steal a couple laps there, and you get another caution when you do that, and who knows what can happen.
Well, any division in FSB, but especially Pro Cup, you got to work the angles, man. It was always the goal of Jim Ray, to have a league where we could race like me and him for fighting for 10th place and using strategy. And it's been a slow work, to get to where you have a league with as much tenure as FSB and also, great people and everything.
Yeah, and as we
really
as we see the NRT FSB ticker rolling along, you can see it's showing position, car number, and also distance behind leader is what that minus sign showing from most of the guys. Once guys gets a lap down, it'll say -1, etc. So that's a cool little addition here. So audience out there can always see where their favorite driver is running at any given time. I like it, Milt.
Yeah, and you can open as we go green here. And it's Scott Tracy in the lead.
Scott and Matt. And now Matt, remember, Milt, he started shotgun on the field, elected not to pit, and now he's wanting to probably take this lead in as he gets really loose coming out of the turn there, Milt.
Well, Ryan, his son, has really showed, is really so fast, but a couple broadcasts ago, and he is getting dogged.
Wow,
he showed us some
tight racing here, Milty.
Himself,
Some tight racing here between Matt Watkins and 5 of Sean Johnson, 42 of Scott Tracy, and now 6 of Mark DeSenza, and it's a mess at the front here as Matt Watkins assumes the lead, but Sean with the 4 fresh tires is going to be screaming at him.
Well, and Scott did the right thing. Once he knew he was going to get dogged there, uh, he just got out the way and
Yeah,
let
try
it
to keep the
happen.
best position you can now. If a caution comes out and you're in the top 5, you've made the gamble pay off.
Yeah, and he's in
And there's
fifth
some
and he's
smoke, Milt, and
stabilized.
the
Oh,
caution is out. So, as you can see, this may have worked out okay for Scott Tracy now and Matt Watkins.
well, they're going to pit now.
Maybe
The
some
other
guys will
guys,
stay out probably
yeah,
now, but they'll have the advantage now with the fresh tires and more fuel.
yeah, and we had a caution at lap 6, and then caution laps. So we've only run 2-3 laps here. So
And then we see Matt Watkins and the 42 of Scott Tracy coming in. Let's follow Matt in as he is one of the masters of the pit stop, Milt.
I think it was Michael Sanders who. Man, did he drop back? I didn't even catch that. But let's take a look. I'm going to take a look and see what happened. He is currently last, so
Yeah,
that's
a lot
usually
of
a
guys
bad
have
thing.
come in on this stop as well, more than I thought would, Milt. And Matt Watkins gets his 4 tires in service, and he's back out. And let's see if he leads
Oh,
everyone
okay. Here
out.
we go. Looking at the replay, it was coagulation, and Ryan Tracy, the 47, Doug Tevick were all real close there. Doug Tevick went high, and the 191 got down below him, but I think the 47 got loose in front of him, and he tried to make the crossover move and ran right in the back of him. Man, that's hard luck for the hometown team, Sin City Motorsports.
Yeah, that's a shame with him sitting on the pole here. We don't see any retirements just yet, so everyone showing still on the lead lap, as a matter of fact, Milt. Sean Johnson is the new leader here under caution, followed by the 6 of Mark DeSenza. And
The 15 went in again, and now the second group of cars are coming in.
I wonder if Matt got a penalty there, Milt. Now, if he had a penalty under caution, it would just be an EOLL penalty. So maybe he's just trying to top up the tank.
No, that's right. Remember he stayed out, so he had to pit. So he went to the back. Bunch of cars pitted, so he'll move up now.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's many more cars pitted than I expected to. And as we look here on the running order, you can see Matt Watkins is up to the 14th place. So quite a few guys pitted that he was able to stay in front of. So this is a win for Matt Watkins with this strategy.
Oh man, that ticker is sweet, man, and it updates quickly.
It sure does. It updates basically as soon as it finishes. It updates and rolls it around once again. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
So when we're struggling, just see the ticker, and you'll see your favorite driver.
Yeah, and
Don Johnson leading the race now. He's done some serious practice, man. Glad to have him on the Team FSB Endurance Racing at NAGP, and he's putting some work in for Sebring, and of course I haven't run a lap yet, so I got to get busy here before Saturday. But there'll be a broadcast of that you guys can find, and NAGP, and they're great guys. It's going to be nighttime in the fog, and already had a couple texts on my phone from guys going, "Are they crazy or what?" But
yeah, that's what makes it fun.
well, I can't see that good anyway. So once I get some practice, we'll be good. A couple trophies there. I'm racing for the Gentleman's Trophy, which is definitely not being the fastest guy, but it's the least amount of incidents. And so far, I'm leading that. I'd be proud to win that if I got a long season left here. So.
Oh, absolutely. And then we're taking a quick look at the 191 car, Milt, and he doesn't look bad at all. I don't see any damage, as a matter of fact. So he might still be good to go here.
Yeah, it was straight on front end contact, but
looks like the crew did a great job of getting that car back the way it needs to be, and we see the lights are out on the pace car, Milt, so we should be getting back to green flag racing very soon.
a couple guys topped off again.
Yeah, that's why all these guys, like you said, knowing who these guys are that are driving, you know there's going to be at least one green flag stop somewhere along the lines here. So you would just want to be prepared for that. And if you top up here, you do have a slight advantage later on in the race if it stays green. And we're back, and the 5 and the 6 car lead everyone down. And I was, like I said earlier in the broadcast, Milt, the 6 car was looking really fast in practice. And he's been on a roll lately, winning everything.
Well, we got Bokum, FSB, and Slim Sim. So,
yeah, and there's a good team battle going on with the Bokum boys really socking it to the league.
How about Kenny Paul up
and
in
it looks like we
got a spin.
Yeah, well, it looks like we're back under caution there, Milt.
And that was Kenny Paul as the broadcaster jinx. Whammo. Gotcha. See what happened to Kenny there as he was running the top 10.
Rewind that and take a look at it here, Milt. And we can see Kenny was between the 51 and Dave Jandry.
He got loose on his own. No contact either. Oh, Matt Watkins, Guy Pitra took the mo jobs there. I hope they don't damage their front ends there.
Kenny got up a little high, Milt. He got out of the groove, and that's not where you need to be. Yeah, we see Matt Watkins and Guy Pitra running through the grass there, mowing some lawn.
They
should be fine
already.
They should be fine.
Yeah. You see in the real racing how they just tear up those front ends.
Yeah, the splitters and stuff get destroyed. But yes, sim racing's a little more pleasing to the vehicle. As we go back to live footage
it was like one lap, so then what are they going to do? There's still got to be some guys in the back. Well,
yeah, I mean, if you're in,
they might have flat spotted their tires.
Right, too. I mean, especially if you're Matt Watkins or Guy Pitra, you're definitely going into the pits here. You have absolutely nothing to lose.
Yep, Pitra is in. Guy Pitra from Chicago. Good buddy. He's also running the Porsches. Having a lot of fun. Always a great attitude, and always every time. Last night we just got on and started talking. Great thing about running in a league with a bunch of friends. Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like checking as we watch our ticker run down, I don't see anyone has even gone a lap down yet within all these incidents, Milt. They've been very minor. I mean, they have brought out the cautions, but they've been pretty minor so far. So it looks like most guys have been able to fix up what they needed to and keep the speed up as well.
Well, with Kenny Paul there, just like you said, once he got out the groove, and then tried to, then it got loose.
Yeah,
but you're seeing him manage the setup pretty good.
I would say that this setup, plus being high in those turns instead of down into the groove where you need to be, is almost going to be an automatic spin. It's very loose up there. It's really up in the marbles, and here more than any track you really see the dark zone and the gray zone here, and you want to be in the dark zone.
Rick Johnson got by Doug Tevick there, but no, that's okay. Never mind. they're still in line there, and the three FSB guys are talking on the team channel, and they're strategizing. They've got through the first worst deals, and now it's time to get one of them up there in the front. And 19 of 106 is so early. It's right now. It's just managing the car and keeping yourself in the right windows. We've seen, like in the real race, a couple cars do different strategies, and like Keselowski, and he won the nationwide race and the
and Junior ran out of gas on a
Junior
2 laps or 2 turns to go.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
And it happens in sim racing too, man.
It absolutely does, and guys win races on fuel mileage all the time, especially at FSB, especially someone named Matt Watkins.
Yeah, the one you always remember those races. I beat him at Homestead with a teammate giving me a bump in the rear to help me get across the line. Almost wrecked me, but I was out of gas crossing the line, and he was just shaking his head, Usually we're the ones shaking our heads, so it's doable, clutching, and you see the real drivers shut their motors off. You can't do that in the game. So what you got to do is use your clutch to let the car idle under caution.
Yeah,
these guys are doing that constantly.
Yeah, you drop the car into 4th gear and you clutch it. You speed up, you clutch it, let it drift down back to speed, then you get back in. And the reason you don't want to do it in 2nd or 3rd is because when you clutch it back out, the RPMs can shoot up on you and snap a gear, which is real sensitive in these cars. But we're getting ready for a restart here, Milty, with the 5 and the 6 car really have been dominating cars so at the early part of this race.
Like the Bud car of the Black Label Bud there of Dave Jandry. He's due for a good run on TV here, and he's right up in the mix there, following those FSB guys, and he knows how to get it done.
Yeah, and we're watching the 69. One of your teammates there, Doug Tevick, also a moderator at FSB, rookie series moderator and super speedways, and does it all. And he's battling the 52 of Rick Johnson here, Milt. Rick Johnson really needs a good run here, Milt. He's had a couple races in a row where he's had the bad luck hit him. He's been involved in someone else's wreck.
And that's hurt him in the points.
Has tumbled into points, and I know right now he's just focusing on he's got to get a good finish here in this race.
Father and son, Scott and Ryan Tracy, are duking it out there. That's pretty cool, man.
That is pretty cool, and the 52 has completed the pass of the 69, and now here's the 51 car, Dave Jandry, looking to join the party here and pass up Doug, who gave up now 2 positions. So Doug must realize that it's not the time to battle for positions right now. Smart move by Doug.
Yeah, you really just want to get in a spot and just be able to drive the car. We haven't had a long enough run to really, you gotta, you want to set yourself, you want to survive, and you also want to set yourself up for knowing what the car is going to do on that last long run, because we're going to get them,
Yeah, I'm sure we will. As one guy that knows how his car's doing is the 6 of Mark DeSenza, Milton, who's back in the lead now. And like I said, I was watching him in practice for a good 10 minutes straight, and he was just turning lap after lap of fast top 3 speed every single lap from the rest of the field. And I really like the way he drives this track.
Troy Higgins smells the blood in the water, and he's starting to put a little pressure on Doug too. Which That's fine, you know. I mean, you really want to just keep your eye on the top 10, at least to the halfway point before you start really flexing your muscles.
Yeah, and then we see the 19 of Troy Higgins. What's that? Twitter? Is he in the Twitter car, Milt?
Yeah. Well, and a couple notables, these guys, you know, that kind of win a lot, 18 and the 15, both did alternative strategies like we saw Keselowski do early in the real race. And guess what happened there? And,
Yeah. Well,
you know, Roberts up to 9th now.
and look who's behind him.
Matt's in 10th.
I like when these two get together, whether it be for 9th and 10th or 1st and 2nd. They're both consummate drivers. Probably the two best in the league. I mean, Kevin is the specialist. When he shows up, he seems to win everything. But for consistency over every... Oh, as we see Matt get down into the grass there, Milty. Wow, Matt got out of shape there, but saved it.
How many times have I seen that cat do that? Seen him do four-wheel slide Indy cars, getting too low on the apron.
Wow.
And, wow. I don't know if he wanted to do that.
Unbelievable. And then he holds off the hard-charging 17 car like he's just out for a Sunday drive, and now he's picking right back where he left off with Robert Bochum. That's amazing. I mean, that's shocking, Milt.
I think he has the quickest hands. He drives a Momo, old school Momo. We got Smoke, and we got Kenny Paul. Had some action here. He's getting to going and going in the pits here. Let's take a look.
Oh, looks like they're staying green so far, Milt. Yes, they're still green, Milt.
Okay.
So we're going to stick with this Watkins-Bochum T-Roy battle.
He was in the pits, so that wasn't him.
And as we can see, right ahead of them, there's just a parking lot of cars.
Oh, it's Michael Sanders.
Wow, there's some intense battling here as the caution is out now, Milty.
Well, lap 29, Michael Sanders wanted to get on his own. Just started to get loose and got on the power, 850, 900 horsepower. And he did have, again, serious contact with the inside wall and rear contact. Not good for him.
Well, I would suspect the whole field will be in as well, Milt. So let's watch some pit stops here.
And he has retired.
He would be our first retiree as well, I believe, Milt.
Kenny Paul is also retired. Just about the same time they did.
And they're both teammates, aren't they? Sin Cities.
Yep.
Took a blow there with both Kenny and Mike. And that's a shame for Mike. I feel bad for him. It's really exciting, actually, when I saw his name jump up there because we're so used to seeing Watkins, Bochum, Sean, the usual suspects taking poles, and it was refreshing to see someone up there like that. So that's a quality lap that he earned, and it's too bad that he's out of the race.
I'm going back to see what caused this latest caution.
The 6 car beats everyone out of the pits.
Oh my gosh. Dan Francisconi. Somebody needs to see if he's okay. This was big. Couldn't see it very good on TV 1, so if you want to watch this crash, you got to go back to TV 2.
Well, let's take a look at Dan here, Milty, and we're going to see what happens to him.
The 46 gets loose.
Oh, that's a hard hit that took. Oh yeah, that's a hard hit to the outside wall.
Gosh. Oh, and Steve Weber just got a little clip there. I think the 151 got through. Might have been some contact for the 53 of TG Reese.
Yeah, and I think
Nothing
maybe the
for Dan to
46 was
do. Dan
also
turned
involved.
right. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah,
he could
that was a
do.
hard hit that Den took right there.
He was just trying to clear the 46. That's what a racer does. Your first reaction is to avoid the nearest contact, and the second contact was even worse.
Yeah, that's a hard hit for Dan there. We'll see what Den's fate is soon enough. But Mark was able to beat everyone off of pit road, so he will retain the lead here as we are on lap 34 of 106. So we're about a third of the way through the race here, a little more than a third.
Wow.
And,
interesting. The 46, with all that damage, came in and just stopped for a second and took off. I don't know if he just got a little fuel. I'm a little confused with that, as he's got heavy damage.
And we'll also take a look here as we see
Unless he already got it fixed.
the 73 and the 191 are have retired. Everyone
Yeah,
else on the
did.
lead lap, Milt.
Okay.
So we still have 21 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah, he did come in at lap 33.
Yeah, as we're completing lap 34 now.
Then he came in and topped off. I'm watching him to see if the crew works on the car, or if. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, he's letting them work on it. Yeah, it's still beat in, but that's about the best they could do, it looks like.
Yeah, they can't fix everything, so they only fix it to a certain point, and then it'll say no repairs needed, even if you look like you need them. But
he's back in again. So he came in at 33, 34, and 35. He's getting tires again on lap 35. That's a little mystifying, but
gotta do what you gotta do, I suppose.
And no damage fix. He's out. So he topped off, 4 fresh tires. He's in the back anyway.
Yeah, and as we see, the lights are off on the pace car as we travel down the back straight into turn 3 there. It's called the Nellis straightaway, as you can see how it's painted there. Nellis being a little part of Vegas there, Nellis Air Force Base.
Yeah, that's right next door there.
Yeah, you can see the fighters come in for landings as you're sitting there in the grandstands. And 6 car continues to lead. He'll lead out the field with the 5 of Sean Johnson, 49 of Derby Don. And new 4th place car, Milt, is the 52 of Rick Johnson.
This is the kind of pace he likes. And he's what he wants to strike on is the long run. And he's been preparing himself for that. Just going with the status quo. Pitting when everybody else pits, hitting 4 tires, not doing anything crazy, waiting for that Rick Johnson run.
Yeah, and the 6 has pulled away slightly from the 5 and the 49 and the 52. But everyone just trying to get these tires, everyone pitted, so these tires are cold and the setup's loose, so you just really got to build up the heat in the tires, and then you'll get the set come into you.
Ken Ron, we saw him self-spin. One of the first cautions is back in the top 10 now.
And the 19 of Troy Higgins there gets a little high, and that allows the 15 of Matt Watkins to take advantage of it and takes the position.
Well, Josh Elliker's connections definitely settled down, and he looks really solid. He's racing Scott Tracy hard for P13, and it's a gaggle of cars there.
Yeah, and the 17 of T-Roy really battling the 303 there for the position. He'll take it, and now the 22 wants to join the party, and the 42. 22 and 42 nose to tail, Milt. I'm sure they know how to race each other.
You're seeing that second line up top there really has nothing for that bottom line.
Yeah,
Ken
it's
Ron had to just let it go, man.
yeah, and a ton of cars got by him, and now he's still a little out of shape, and maybe his car is just a little tight right now.
Well, these revamped tracks are, our hope was to get some two-wide racing, and really, as Michael Scott is running slow.
Yeah, he's slow at the bottom of the track.
Spun again.
But it looks like we're staying mean and green.
And you can't, help, obviously, with that pushed in rear end, he's losing some downforce.
Yeah, it's a badly knocked in rear end on the 46 car. I would think that he's going to have some more problems if he continues out there.
Oh, up against the wall, too. The Redot car.
And going back to the front, the 6 Mark DeSenza continues to lead. And he's still closely followed by the 5 of Sean Johnson. So these two have really been the dominant cars all night, Mel.
And even the cars in the back, like 17th, 16th, 15th, they don't have any damage, They're just, battling so hard. It's, and it's still early, so they got a chance to move up to the top 10.
Yeah, absolutely. It's still early. As you can see, it's they're completing lap 42 of 106 right now. We're looking at the 49 car Derby Don and the Kokanee beer. Impala. How's that thing? How's that beer, Milt?
I've never tried that Canadian stuff, I love my Budweiser, and my brain's pretty much set on the 3.4 or whatever.
You think you can handle a couple of Derby Don's Kokanees? The 6 car, Milt. 6 car is into the wall, Milt.
Oh, the leader
got loose and then came up high all the way across the track and into the outside wall. And not a whole lot of damage, but really got out of shape there, Milt. And it stays green on top of that, Milt.
Well, you gotta wonder if he's. That's a pretty good scrape right there. You gotta wonder if he left debris on the track.
Staying green, that's a really bad luck there. I thought he'd get a caution out of that and be able to gather it up.
Sean Johnson, looking at that, Sean Johnson had the line down below, and I don't know if he got loose when Sean took the air away from him, because when the cars get real close there, could have took the air off him, and they made slight contact.
Oh, and now the 5 car just got loose and spun, Milt. Unbelievable, and we still stay green. As you
that
can
was
see,
a hard leg for the 6. Yeah,
you can. This is.
So that was contact. That's telling me these skilled drivers are fighting a really loose car, and that makes sense. These guys kind of riding in the back. And driving extra slow.
And with these one car spins and wrecks, with just one car seeming to be involved, it stayed green, which is really at a huge disadvantage for the guys that get out of shape like that.
Yeah, definitely.
And here we see the 69 of Doug Tevick and 51 of Dave Jandry just battling away nose to tail. Doug really pressing them hard.
Looking at our live racecast, which if you go to FSB Live, go to the FSB homepage and then go to FSB, click the FSB Live tab, and you can see the broadcast live and also the ticker, and also every 10 seconds the running order on the racecast is updated, and fastest lap is Mark DeSenza. And these guys are, running. The qualifying laps were in the 28.8, so they're running pretty hard. 29.1s.
Yeah, and with all these mayhem happening to the leaders, the new leader, Milt, is the 49 of Derby Don. He's followed very closely by the 52 of Rick Johnson, 51 and Dave Jandry, and the 69, Doug Tevick, who's fought off a lot of challengers, and now here he is in the top 4 and right with the leaders. Great.
Derby is a very analytical driver, and he there's just nothing missing, from everything that you could do in a race car. He's got to figure it out.
There we see the 69, Doug getting underneath the 51 of Dave Jandry and takes 3rd position away from him, and Doug's car seems to have come in for him, Milt.
Well, with fixed setups, you have adjustments you can make, and that's steering ratio, calibrations. Still a lot of adjustments you can make, and these setups are, of course, really good. So really loose, but they're really fast. I mean, your lap times are several 2-3 seconds faster than like the Rookie Cup setups.
Yeah, and there you see, and now in 20th place as he goes across the ticker to 5 of Sean Johnson, Milt. And he's got to be disappointed with that. Just losing the back end of it, it looks like, and got loose.
Oh, and Doug Tevick gets loose right in front of Rick Johnson.
And the 303 car hard into the wall. 151 smoking, Milt. 47 car
was
involved.
Right there, man. Oh, there's some heavy contact. I just saw him going around.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at it again, Milt, here. As the 69 and 52 battle it with the 51 right there as well. You can see the lap car
of...
It's
just one of those guys you're just like, man, he's got so much talent and so fast in all forms of sim racing. And you're just wishing for him.
He just lost it, Milt. He just lost it on his own.
He caught the, you see him like catch the apron, where it goes flat right there, and you could see his car like go bam, and then it upset him. Yeah, he was just way too low on the exit there. I think he started getting loose in like the 2/3 part of the corner.
And the 303 car was hard into the wall, Milt, and we'll see what happened from his perspective. Doug kind of spun, went down into the grass, but I think
no contact.
In the ensuing caution, the 303 hammered the 47 from behind, and then hit hard by the 151. Oh my! What a hard hit they both took.
Oh boy!
Wow, there was some wrecking going on behind the 69.
Well, that gets your attention, and somebody gets off the gas there. It's hard to see. You have to look and see.
Wow, there was some hard hits there.
Well, I think Pops, they were dealing with Pops getting loose, I think. Jim Markinson in the 99.
Yeah, looked like there was some slowing. The 47 slowed down, and the 303 wasn't able to get woed down in time, and drilled the 47 from behind. And then in the ensuing wreck, the 151 came in and really cleaned his clock.
Yeah, I'm looking in car now with Josh Elliker. You can see just a stab brake. Pop stabs the brakes because he gets loose. Josh hesitates and goes high, and then gets rear-ended.
And then we see the smoking hulk of a car of the guy Petra still on the track, determined to drive this thing back to his crew to get fixed, Milt.
Well, I see my dad do that a few times, and that's a scary moment when also, fortunately, this isn't real. So, but where all of a sudden they don't come around, then they got their head out the window. Of course, now you can't do that with hands devices, but that's crazy.
And the 151 finally bringing it to pit lane.
We led that lap, and he's got a black flag.
He's probably been black flagged for dropping debris on the track.
Yep. And that's on the race cast. That's pretty cool. So you open that window up and you can see all these little tidbits of info that we're looking at too. I'm gonna step away for a second. This pit stop sponsored by Budweiser.
King of Beers. They received the 151 going in for his service. Gets his tires. I don't know. Hey, let's see if the smoke stops. It can do that. And it looks like it has. So he may be able to continue here. 46 car still beat up, but in the race in the 20th position. Only cars on pit road. As Guy continues to have his crew beat and bang on the car to get it done so he can continue. He's showing in the 5th position, but that's going to obviously change as field comes back around. I'm sure he's going to get out before that so he doesn't lose the lap, though. As we go back to the leaders, as we look at our NRT FSB ticker rolling around at the bottom of the screen, we see the leader of the race is currently the 49er Derby Don. The 5 of Sean Johnson, a 1 lap down, as you can see as he starts on the inside as we go back green. Derby leading the 52 of Rick Johnson. And Derby going to be careful here with Sean, giving him plenty of room on the inside. Not time to go side-by-side racing with the cold tires. We'll see if the field can settle in here and let's get a green flag run that we're so used to seeing. As we can see, Derby Don having none of it as he roars by the 5 of Sean Johnson, getting down on the apron and using the shortest way around the track there to take the position, which was for Sean going a lap down. But also put a car in between himself and the 52 of Rick Johnson, which always helps you as the leader there, is when you can get it past some cars. And you know how fast Sean's been, so we'll see how easy Rick can get by him.
Well, in the last 2 years, we signed, first we signed Rick Johnson, and then we got Derby Don, and just improved Team FSB exponentially. And now these guys really have, they started out the season strong. Well, we did, with Daytona, and then Derby won the next 2 weeks, and that's racing in a long 20 race season. Really see these guys starting to give the 18 and the 15 a challenge here.
And then we see Milty the 6 and the and the 6 loses it, and the hard contact with T-Roy.
These great drivers, you're really seeing them struggle with this setup.
Yeah,
getting the power back on.
Yeah, Milt, and I also think it's trying to do too much too soon here with this setup. You really need the tires to work their way in, and that's at least 4, 5, 6 laps. And that was, as we can see, that was some intense racing with pretty green tires.
Well, on a track like this, you got to break the corners into like 5 pieces or 4 pieces instead of 2, where you lift and then mash the gas. And the slower fast setups, it's more like that where you got to kind of feather the gas, get off. Easier said than done as everybody's pitting.
Yeah, and we're seeing the 49 at Derby Dawn. The leaders through all these little green flag laps now. He's run a few green flag, but a lot in yellow. Yeah, he leads everyone down. Let's see if Derby Dawn takes 4 or 2. Looks like he's taking 4.
He is not afraid of cold tires. And
the 42 beats everyone out, Milt.
Must be 2 tires there.
We'll have to check on the 42 car there, Milt. You tell me how many tires you see him take as we see Derby Dawn and the 52 of Rick Johnson come out. 51 of Dave Jandry, 69 of Doug Tevick, 22 of Ryan Tracy, 19 of Troy Higgins, 15 of Matt Watkins. He's stayed out of the trouble so far. Some spins around him, and he's been through the grass a couple of times, so he's already done his work for the facility and mowing some grass for him. 18 of Robert Bokum. We haven't really talked about him leading laps yet.
2 tires for the 42.
How many, Milt?
2.
2 tires. So 42 going with a little strategy here and getting some more laps left.
Yeah, and some TV time for the Mountain Dew car. Nice looking Dodge there.
Yeah, as we look at the running order currently, the 47 car showing in the lead, Milt. He must have not stopped at all. Josh Elliker.
Well, you're looking at these battles and these guys holding on, and the cars are loose anyway. Track position is your best way to pass, so why not, take a chance here a little over halfway.
Yeah, so Josh
the problem
staying
with
out.
these setups as a pro driver, I've driven these in that you have to, like Matt, on entry, you can't let off all the way off the gas. You have to keep the gas on a little bit. Like I was watching on in the real race, they were talking about Kevin Harvick telling Danica, keep a little bit of gas and trail brake a little bit, and then into the center of the corner. But then when you on that exit, you can't have too much corner speed, but you have to have the right corner speed because everybody's pushing. They're running low 29s, so it's not like you can lay around or you're going to get past. But then on exit, you just can't. You got to really have your engine sound up high and hear that motor and hear it start to go and feather the throttle back. Otherwise, you don't have the seat of the pants, so you got to listen to that motor. Because once it starts to go around like that and you hear the motor go, you're done,
Yeah, and so now as the 47 did peel off into pit lane to get some service, that leaves the 42, as we said, with the 2-tire change. Bold move, only one to do it. That gives him the lead. So let's see what he can do. Like we happened before, Milt. By the time we came back around again after taking the green, he was already back to like 4th or 5th, giving up ground really quickly.
Yeah, but he's got good car control, and he handled that real well. So why not push the issue? And
absolutely, yeah.
Yep. Just food for thought. Sean Johnson wants to get his lap back. You don't get
another good opportunity for Sean here.
Yeah, you don't get the lucky dog. Excuse me.
No, there's no lucky dog here at FSB. It's old school NASCAR. You have to drive your way past the leader, and then hope that you get a caution while you're ahead of the leader. And we also don't have any wave around, so we can see lap cars ahead of the leaders as we take greens. It's old school NASCAR, Milty.
And the 40, I can tell you right now, being in the team channel, 49.52 are going, go for it, man. Get your lap back. We'll race later. We like right where we're at.
And that was a really disjointed start there by the 42. Pulled away from everyone as the green flag flew, and now he's pulled out to a tremendous lead.
Well, he's racing for first, so he's not going to lay down for the lapper. But now he's got the 5 on him, and he makes a smart move. Scott's got great track awareness, and that's why him and his son are both excellent pros, great people, and they just do everything right.
Now we have a battle shaping up for the lead, Milty, as the 49 and Derby Don has caught this pair, and he's looking to want to lead this race yet again. 5 car gets a little squirrely, gets up high, he's out of the groove. 42 goes back around him, as the 49 does. So Sean maybe pushing it a little too hard, trying to stay on the lead lap there. Pushed the car a little high out of the groove, and now he's paid the price there.
Well, you seen him have to catch the car right there. When he had to catch it there, that's all it takes, because these setups are so fast that when you're in the center of the corner right there, you need that good cornering speed, but at the same time, it can really get away from you in a hurry.
Here we see a side-by-side battle with Derby Don in the 42, Scott Tracy.
Whoa, Scott!
And he's way up high, and he's into the wall.
Yeah,
he's into the wall. Some guys are getting around him. Caution is out.
Well, he got it going there. That's weird. NASCAR is fickle.
Yeah, sometimes you don't see the one-car incidents bringing out the caution when you keep it going like that, but that's a big break for him, Milty. He can get the car fixed and stay on the lead lap. Try to gain back his focus.
Sorry. Yeah, I heard Mike Joy say on Fox leaving a snail trail into the pits on the broadcast, so I guess I can say that. And I think he left a little snail trail there after he scraped against the wall there, so 3 on the track. Caution is out.
Yeah,
now you're going to go green with lap cars. You're going to go green in 4 laps. That's 72. You can make it from there, but
yeah, as Derby Don leads them down yet again. We're at 68 of 106. So yeah, let's do some math here, Milty. That's 32 and 6, 38 laps remaining.
We should be able to get 34.
So yeah, I would think. I'm thinking there's not going to.
Oh, contact in the pits.
I'm thinking there's going to be another caution.
I think. Let's see here.
We're looking at the 52. It didn't look like he had any issues in getting into the pit and getting service.
Oh, no,
he's trying to get by a bunch of people there as Doug was able to get out.
88 overshot his pit, so he had to back up a little bit there. That was it.
And everyone
did a nice little reverse, and
everyone seemed to get off a pit lane successfully, as we're currently completing lap 69 of 106.
Joe Cutt's not going to be happy with that, even though he didn't. He really, damaged control. He probably lost, I think he lost. I'm watching it. I think he lost 1 or 2 spots by having to back up there. But Joe prides himself on showing up at the end and not making mistakes. So that's a rare little bobble for the 88 team.
Yeah, you don't see Joe Cutt making too many mistakes like that, but he's still viable. He's showing in 7th place right now. We'll see an update here as they cross the line again. But the 303 Ken Ron, you can see the caved-in back bumper of Ken Ron, who's showing in the lead currently. And look who's showing in 2nd place, Mill.
Doug Tevick goes for a ride in the grass, and he's back there, man. I think he saw what he couldn't do, so now let's see what he can do.
Well, we're currently working lap 70 now with 36 remaining, Milt. If you're in the back of the field, is this where you like to zip in, get top back up, and zip back out, right?
Yeah, because you're looking at 36. You gotta think, there's going to be more caution.
If it's just one more caution, you can clutch it your way to no more stops. The lights are still on the pace car, so this is the time to zip in right here and get out.
Might as well if you're in the back of the lead lap, That would be TG and the 17, the 83.
Yeah, if you're 15th, 16th, 17th place there, if you're Steve Weber, if you're T-Roy, TG, hell, if you're Pops, I would definitely top up and hope for the best here as the pace car lights are now off, so we know we're going green next lap, Milt.
Well, so we're going. You race in this league. You look at 11 through the end there, and those are top-notch drivers, man. It just shows you the competition level in the Pro Cup.
And the 303 peeled off into the pits, and that leaves the 5, Milt. The 5 who did get his lap back is now showing in the lead, Milt. How about that from lap down to leader?
Yeah, let's see if he can hold on to it there. I think at this point, I really don't know if he has anything for the 49, but great to see Team FSB up front all night there, but this baby ain't over yet.
No, it's not over yet. As we see, they're going to go green on lap 72, so 34 laps remaining as they go. Well, when they take the green flag, Milt. 34 is the magic number.
Exactly. 1.5 mile tracks.
So
generally gas mileage is right around 34.
If it does go green, I see with the Wizards like Matt Watkins and Robert Bokum being strong cars at the end if it does stay green. And
well, you see the 18 up to 10th, but the 15 is still out of the top 10.
He
is done. He got an accident there. We must have missed that because he is still in, but that's confusing. Well, he is done. 15 is retired.
So yeah, we're gonna have to next caution. Maybe we'll go back and see what happened to Mal Watkins.
I'll take a look right now as we're
seeing a battle here between, as Milt correctly called, the 49 has already gotten around the 5.
Yeah, this
Derby
is his
Don,
race to lose.
Yeah.
The 15 blew up on his own and then got hit. That was lap 67.
As the 52 and the 5 battle for second, and Rick Johnson, he's back and better than ever. Now Doug in the 22 car and the 5 all almost get together there, as Doug makes an ambitious move to the inside and takes the position from both of them, as Ryan Tracy also trying to get under the 5 car. Sean's really out of shape right now.
So it was green. He may have caused that caution. We missed that.
That might have been why maybe that's when we saw...
that was it. That was him blowing up because it was green. I'm looking in car with him right now. Oh, terrible luck for the 15. Done.
Yeah, but as we go back to the racing, Milt, the 5 cars really had a struggle here, and the 22 is now getting by him. But there's been some really tight racing.
He might have some damage, and also to get track position there, I don't think he got tires, so
yeah, he's paying the price now.
That definitely hurt him.
As we go back to the front, Derby Don continues to lead.
He's the smoothest of the 49. He has really figured out how to handle these setups, and that's from lots of work when he was at Slim Sim Racing with Dave Gendry and of course the great Slim Gately, and he made a lot of these setups or worked on them from the DMP setups, from the old days when Dale Jr. used to run this game.
And as we keep watching the leaders here, the 52 of Rick Johnson now has been caught by 69 of Doug Tevick and the 22 of Ryan Tracy, glued to the bumper of Doug's car. It's like Doug's towing him around the track. They're so tight. And Rick, what?
Man, when Doug is on, he is on, and he is really on tonight, man.
Yeah, he's been very racy, Milt. He's not afraid to take a position. I mean, we all talk about how gentlemanly FSB is, but let's face it, Milt. When it comes down to it, these guys are gonna want to win.
Yeah, I think it's a perfect balance of sportsmanship, self-control, especially in public. There's no flaming, just not allowed. You want to go kick the dog, the cat, or go outside and scream at the world, or go on your team channel and go, ah! But in public, it's, and it's expected. This is a racing league. This isn't go-kart, this isn't pushing a shopping cart.
Yes, we are, and we just saw some racing right there as we continue to see it. This 22 and 69 are fighting tooth and nail here, like it's the last lap of the race, and now the 22 gets ahead of the 69. And Ryan really had a solid run here, Milt.
Yeah, he's kind of slowly stayed in the top 10, top 15, and really starting to make his move here. And that's the way I like to do it, especially in these tracks like this, because he gets loose and hits the wall. And there is a wall to how far you can push these cars, and he gets freight train. Wow.
Oh, that's a shame. He was having.
You see that snap loose there?
Yeah, it really took off on him, and he's falling back big time here, and hopefully he's not damaged. So.
He's damaged.
No, but I mean damaged enough that he's gonna get involved in another wreck here, and maybe get involved with someone else.
Exactly. Dad Scott taking a look down low. Okay, Dad, I guess I'll let you go by here.
Yeah, let's see. If anyone, he would. Oh, and almost contact with the 6 car there, Melty.
That's a IHOP pancake there on the right-hand side of the 22.
Yeah, he hit the wall hard, Milt, and he's fallen back significantly now. Back to about 11th place.
Well, when you see the degree of difficulty of what the 18's doing, just trying to get into the top 5, we've just seen him win. And but Derby Dawn has just got the handle of this, and it's Team FSB 1, 2, 3.
Yes, it is, Milt. But the hard charger right now, Milt, of this race has got to be the 69.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, he's driving the car up high, down low, through the grass, against a wall, and he's in second. He's just using up everything he can to get a fast lap.
He is my teammate. He's my friend. We text all the time. Helped me out a ton with my computer. We've done tons of testing. We've taken on road racing challenges, and the latest one with these Porsches at the NAGP is just really, we're way behind the 8 ball, but we just have fun and we work at it. He's the most determined, never give up. If there was a Donkey Bop award, like my dad's favorite saying there, the Donkey Bop Award, don't give up. It would be the 69 because that guy just never gives up, never gives in. And he's got real talent, you know. It just shows you how hard it is
Absolutely.
to manifest wins in the Pro Cup. And
Oh, yeah.
he's had them in the Sportsman Cup, and he's had them in the Rookie Cup, Championship, and Rookie Cup. Come on, Dougie.
Dougie's looking good. And how about the 19 of Troy Higgins, Milt? He's looking strong as he tries to run
Got by
down
the
Doug.
52.
Yeah, he got by the 52, and he's already in the mirror of the 69 car.
4-time there, Rick Johnson.
Rick Johnson needs to manage a good finish, Milt, and I think he recognizes if he's not the best
Exactly.
car right now, he needs to finish fourth then, and if he's not finishing fourth, he needs to finish fifth. He can't afford to finish 15th, 16th right here, or he's really going to take a hit.
Exactly. And it just shows you the degree of difficulty that he's having to handle here. And he's got some, the 88 is coming. And he's taking a look at Dave Jandry. Even with a little pit stop bobble there, he is coming and he makes the move.
Yeah,
And that's a strong move there.
It was a strong move. It's so strong it pulled the 5 right along with him. But again, the 51, Dave Jandry knows, again, this isn't the time to fight for the position if he's not the best car there. This track is really punishing guys that try to do too much with their cars. And it's better
This
to
could be the longest run we've had so
Yeah, I
far,
think
knock
it-
on wood, you know.
I think it is, and I think this is a fuel consideration too. If you have enough fuel to finish, you don't want to race side by side and burn up all that precious fuel for one position here. Let him have it and save your fuel, and he'll run out and you'll win.
Well, they've seen the cars have been loose, and then later on they become a little tight and then snap loose in the center. So you see them spinning early on in the exit of the corners, and then later on in the center because they're still trying to carry that speed. So you see the survivors here have recognized that and are managing their center corner speed and their entry, and just making sure they get a good clean exit.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on T-Roy here, Milty?
Well, T-Roy's a great bud. Back in 15th there.
Yeah, I meant Troy Higgins in 19 Milt, second place and running. Looks like he's running Derby down.
Well, he's kind of like Joe. It looks like fire got lit under these two guys here. And as the 5 scrapes the wall again there. Well, I mean, you can really get snake bit with a lot of cautions and a lot of whoops, almost crashes. That'll get your attention and really take away your steam, you know. And I think these guys have kind of built up to this point now and are really, you know, we'll see. We talked about it before, and then we saw the 5 get loose. We saw the 6 get loose when they tried to challenge the 49.
Yeah, you gotta have stuff saved to the end here, and as your comments a few laps ago about the 88 has a fire lit under him, and you're absolutely right as he's closing in now on Rick Johnson, and Joe Cutt turning some fast laps right now, Milty.
I bet you every one of these guys in their cockpit has had that oh crap moment already.
And here we
and
go.
Every time that gets your attention,
as we go to the front,
it wears you
Milty.
down. You know?
Go back to the front, Milty. Troy Higgins gets under Derby Don for the lead.
Is your leader.
We have a
Come
new
on, Troy.
leader.
My teammate there, 49. But as a broadcaster, got to root for this guy to get his first Pro Cup win.
And
Still 11 to go.
He strongly passed Derby Don there.
Does
Derby coming back hard,
left?
though. Derby's not going to just give him a win, though, Milty.
We saw this in the real race. Of course, it was fuel, but in the nationwide, it was saving the car and how much tires you had at the end. So this is more kind of going towards a little of both there, because they do have fuel concerns if this thing stays green.
Yeah, we'll watch the laps countdown in the top corner of the screen.
Coming up on 9.
Yeah, as we see them completing lap 97 of 106 right now. Derby Don has not left the back bumper of Troy Higgins. The 19 Twitter car has just really been a pleasant surprise here at the front, but Derby Don's all over him.
Sim racing at its best. FSB Racing. This is pro sim racing at its best.
Derby gets a look on him there. He's trying for the outside. Is he trying to do a crossover move on him here?
I think what he wants to do is put the pressure on and hope he sees a bobble out of the 19. Because making the pass on the outside is probably not feasible.
And as you can see from the ticker or from the running order there in the screen, they've separated themselves from third place Doug Tevick right now, so they're free to battle right now. And that's what Derby Don probably noticed as well. And this is the time where he can be racy when he has some cushion behind him.
I don't think he ever really saw what his car could do. Looking at the fastest lap times, he's down like in 6th. And the 19 isn't even on the board of the top 10. So, it's all about, it's not over till it's over. You don't finish till you finish,
Absolutely. Derby Don is looking like he's calculating his move here. He doesn't seem to be pressing it too hard, but he's not falling off by any means. And they've really stretched their lead over to 69, the 88, and all the rest of them. So it's a two-car race right now, Milty.
Well, they don't want to see a caution.
Oh, absolutely not. As we're 101 of 106, 5 laps remaining, Milty.
There's no way they're going to go in.
Derby tries to get to the inside of him. This is a good run he has right here.
As I said earlier, before the caution came out, the caution is out. Derby is pitting. Excuse me, Derby Don goes through the line. Oh, I think he was speeding right there.
Oh, man.
He was out of fuel.
Derby must have ran out of fuel.
We missed that one because we thought they had enough.
Yeah.
They're running.
Well, we're going to follow... We're going to follow Troy Higgins and see if he can make it now.
Can the 19 get his first Pro Cup win?
Now we see Doug...
the 6 is in. The 49 had to have a penalty there. I'm going to take a look at that and go backwards, but he was at 45 at the second marker. You got to get down an average of
4 laps remaining, and the 19 of Troy Higgins continues to lead. He has a 2.5 second lead over the 69 of Doug Tevick. Third place, 88, Joe Cutter. Fourth place, Robert Bokum.
Crossed the line at 65 miles an hour. Pit road speed is 45. Did he get down to the first marker and average 45 miles an hour in that sector? We'll have to see.
I saw some smoke there as Troy maneuvers around here.
Lit him up.
Doug has really closed the gap here as I think Troy realizes maybe he doesn't have enough fuel and he's trying to milk these last laps. But Doug is really closed up on him now. I think maybe
303 is in the pits.
Has Doug saved up enough fuel now that he can go?
Well, you see some of these guys back off. Oh, the 22's in the pits, and boy, that was close.
Yeah,
so
there's there are some pit stops, but we're going to stay with the leaders here as Doug goes for the lead, Milt.
Come on, Dougie.
And takes the lead from the 19 car, who's
I think he's
going to
worried
run out
about
of fuel here, Milt.
Well, are they all going to run out of fuel? We thought they could make 34 laps there.
Yeah,
the 19 is in
the 19's
in
out
the
of
pits.
fuel, Milt. The 19 ran out. Doug has taken the white flag now with the lead. And
Come on, Doug.
Oh, and there's
Come on. Does he have enough fuel? Come on, Doug. Doug Tevick.
And
the hardest working kind of driver.
I said it looks like Doug's going to steal a fuel mileage win here.
Hey, there's no
As he comes around, is he out of gas?
And it's Doug Tevick.
And Doug Tevick takes the win.
Woo!
Joe Cutt second, Dave Jandry third, Robert Bokum fourth. And Rick Johnson brings it home with the top 5 and 5th, followed by the 99 of Pops Marguson with a great 6th place finish.
Oh, you got to feel bad for the 19. Oh, man, I got tears in my eyes. That's great. Me and Doug are buds, man. I mean, I know how hard he works and learning this craft.
That's a huge win for Doug, man. Just a huge win.
Does he have enough fuel to even do a burnout? He's still running here. You seen him drop back there.
Yeah,
we missed it.
No, I didn't. I saw that he dropped back to about 2.5 seconds, and I was thinking that the only reason he was doing that was saving fuel.
Yeah.
And he sure did, and he had enough to win, and that was a great job by Doug. That's a Keselowski move, as the juniors like Troy Higgins ran out. And it looks like Doug is out of fuel. He hasn't done a burnout. He's right across the start-finish line.
Right there.
And unmoving.
Joe Cutter up to second place. So close to his first Pro Cup win. I believe that's Pro Cup win number 1 for Doug Tevick. And he's just leaving that thing parked right there.
That's a great win for Doug. He should be very proud.
in third.
Yeah,
Bokum gets up to 4th. Nice managed 5th place for Rick Johnson.
Yeah, that's
exactly
a finish.
That's
a finish, Rick. Yes, he got what he needed. And heartbreak for the 19 who finished down in 9th, but still a top 10 for the 19, Milt.
Pops, great job. The 42 Scott is first top 10, I believe. And Steve Weber just trudged to a nice 8th, and the 19 and the 17 they both had to stop. Unbelievable.
And Derby Don as well.
Who find these guys? We got to talk to these guys.
And Derby Don had a great run, and he had to settle for an 11th place finish, which I'm sure he's disappointed with. And there we see the official standings, folks. Just a great, exciting race. I've seen some guys leading laps that we don't normally see. First time win for Doug in the Pro Series, Pro Cup Series. So Doug, I'm sure, is very excited for that. Great run by Joe Cutt and Dave Jandry, second and third on the podium. And Robert Bokum, who we usually is the star of the show, really didn't get up there with the leaders too much, and but managed the finish that he needed to for points reasons. And with Matt Watkins having some issues, that's going to go a long way in the points right there. Rick Johnson, as we just discussed, he did what he needed to do. He needed a top 5 finish. He needed points. He got them. Pops Marguson, another guy we didn't talk much about, managed another great race, stayed out of trouble, and brings it home 6th. Scott Tracy with a great run, led laps, finished 7th. Steve Webb, another guy we didn't talk of, had some trouble early, had to avoid a few wrecks in the back there, and really managed a great race there. Lead lap finish by Steve Weber, 8th place, and then a host of guys a lap down, followed by heartbreak for Troy Higgins, who looked like he was headed to his first Pro Cup win, but just ran out of fuel a couple laps short. T-Roy brought it home in 10th. Derby Don led a bunch of laps. was really one of the class cars of the field. So a disappointing 11th place finish for Derby Don. Sean had some issues, lost a lap, gained a lap, lost a lap again, and ended up finishing 12th. So overall, he probably, if he looks at this as a whole, not too bad. It could have been worse. Should have been better, could have been worse, Sean. 12th place for you. TG brought it home 13th. Ryan Tracy, Tracy was racy early on in that race, got loose, got into the wall, and had some problems from there. 14th place finish for him. Who do you got, Milt?
Well, we got the top three here, and your winner in the 69 AC Delco car, Doug Tevick. Is that your first Pro Cup win, sir?
That is the first Pro Cup win. Thanks.
Congratulations, Doug.
Awesome
Great win.
job.
Great.
Nice
You must
job,
have felt
Doug.
like Brad Keselowski out there.
Yeah, I kind of did, thinking, oh, that must suck for Derby. He's run out of fuel, run a hell of a race all night.
You did a roller coaster in the infield there on the grass and did a little bit of landscaping that didn't scare you because you came charging up hard there, and then still managed to save fuel over Derby and Troy Higgins. How'd you do it, man?
Well, I backed off my corners from the start of the run. Getting in was just, backed up my let-off point, and then about with, I don't know, 15 or 18 to go, I started clutching on the straightaways, and that bought me just enough. I was sputtering across the line, and I ran out on the backstretch.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we were
man.
watching you ready to do your first burnouts, and we saw nothing.
Well, yeah.
But just a great win, Doug. I saw you back up. I noticed the lap times from the 2 leaders to you was growing quickly, so I figured you backed off a little, and then once you figured you had enough, you picked back up like a second and a half, like in 2 laps.
Yeah, I did. I did that on purpose so I could. I was just hoping Troy was going to have to pit for gas, and but as soon as I got right up to him, I started clutching again, and it was just enough. If I had tried to race him hard, I probably would have run out. And Joe Cutter was coming fast right behind me.
Yeah, speaking of Joe Cutter, man, dude, you slid through your pits just a hair there, and you backed it up really good. I think you lost a spot or two, but then you charged up too, and then kind of settled in there. Talk about your race there towards the end there.
Well, kind of like Doug, after I lost that spot on pit road there, as I realized I was going to be close on fuel, and I was debating on whether to come back in or not. Decided to stay out and start saving fuel right as soon as the green flag dropped on that last run. And like Doug, I just backed my corners up, and it actually worked out better for me. I mean, enabled me to save my tires, and I also got a great run coming down the back stretch and on the front stretch, so it really helped me stay with the pack there and save fuel draft, and was able just enough to save enough to get to the finish in second. And I didn't have enough for Doug though, but sputtered coming off of 4, but second place will take it.
Yeah, great run, Joe.
Oh yeah, you come off a 4 sputter, and I was in 4 sputter, and you cut the gap in half on that last lap, and you really scared me.
Nice job, Joe.
Hey, everybody,
Good run.
nice job.
Yeah, DJ,
Congrats on
man.
the first win, Doug.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Congrats,
Thanks a lot,
Doug.
guys.
That was a good job. Yeah, fast car all night.
Yeah, I was kind of mad when I spun it across the grass, and the rest of the pack was saving fuel behind us, so I only lost a spot or 2 when I did that. And Matt, Milt, don't be fooled for a second. Scared the hell out of me. Thanks.
Yeah, we saw you hit the apron and just get low coming out of the exit of 4, and then it did like a whoop, 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 whoop. It was like you could see the car like start to go around, then you caught it, then you saw the wall coming, and then you did 190 mile an hour spin through the grass there. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was. I usually die right there.
Yeah, but you didn't, and you had a fast car there. DJ, you kind of you were like around the, top 5 all night there, just kind of playing with Team FSB right up in front of you there.
Yeah.
You just kind of played it just right and got yourself a podium.
Yeah, I just tucked in behind the 52, Rick. I figured, he's a good guy to follow. So I just followed him and ran laps, and then at the end, I think it was the last pit, Scott Tracy, teammate, made the call that he wished he would have ducked in to top off, and I thought we'd be way short. I didn't think we were getting that many miles or that many laps to a fuel run. So I wasn't too worried about saving until about maybe 18 to go, and then realized that I was about a lap short, so I started clutching about right around 17, 18, I think it was, and then it was clutching laps from there on out. Kind of disappointed because it was a really fun track to go full out. There's a lot of good racing out there tonight.
Yeah, especially once you started getting the long run.
Yep.
And the cream ran to the top. You guys really had good car control all night, and with the loose setup, and you guys really managed. Greg was talking about it. Letting the tires set in and temperatures come up, and then you guys started making your moves. That was great racing.
Yep, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and a photo finish for third there, Dave, with Robert
Good battle
Bokum.
with Robert.
So looks like the officials had to review that a couple of times, but they gave you the nod for the third position.
I'll take it. Anytime I can finish a nose ahead of Robert, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a win all by itself.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job, all three. Great job, Doug. Congrats on the first win. That's big.
Thank you.
So, I mean, I know the Pro Cup wins are hard to come by, and any time you have a thought there, I mean, your blood pressure, I would have been almost screaming out of my head there. You had to be just absolutely having an anxiety attack.
Yeah, that last lap, I was already, my fuel light had come on just as I crossed the line at the last lap, and I started, babying it real hard. And I noticed Joe was coming. Like I said, he cut the gap in half on the last lap, and it was pretty nerve-wracking getting into 3.
Yeah, well, once it goes, if you got less than 6 pounds when you cross the line, it's really scary, and you babied it home there. That was a great finish.
Yes, it was. Thank you.
Yeah, and that's going to go on the YouTube site, Doug's, for you to enjoy, relive your first win now.
Yeah, I got to drag all my coworkers over to the computer tomorrow and show it to them.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a big win.
Yeah, you can watch these on Twitch TV live, or Greg will upload it on the YouTube, and it's there forever. So show your friends, and want to be a part of FSBRacing.com. This is the Pro Cup.
Absolutely, and thanks all, guys, and good run, good finishes, all of you.
Yep, thank you.
Greg, you want to send me a link to that YouTube?
Yes, I will.
Thank you.